What's good, boos? It's Sheen Boo, and you already know. You know who it is. It's Sheen Boo. Today we're going to be trying out the original beauty blender for the first time, right? I've been on YouTube for 5, almost 6 years, and I've never tried out the original beauty blender. I just felt like all the generic ones were much cheaper and they work really good. So I'm gonna see if the original beauty blender does anything different and if it's worth the money. I know beauty blender has been out for years, but there's people coming to YouTube new every day, new to makeup every day. Plus, I've seen it in the store. I see it every time I go. And went over to Sephora. Isn't this the cutest box? I asked them, like, they gave me like I went into the Sephora inside of JCPenney and they tried to give me a JCPenney bag. I was like, that's kind of ratchet. Do you have something else? So they gave me this cute box, which I will be keeping. And we're also going to be trying out the Beauty Blender foundation. I've never tried this either. I got 4.35 warm. And they have like this little cute packaging. It says Besties. So it has a beauty sponge, a pouch, and I think a cleaner. Isn't this cute? So here's the, oh my God, it's so much thinner and more airy. It says clean me. Oh, it comes with the cleaning charcoal and the actual mat to clean it on. That's so cool. Okay. And I was mad because all they had was black and I wanted a nude one. So let's open up this foundation. This is what the packaging looks like. You can pump the foundation out right on here and then tap it and apply. The packaging is slightly frosted, but this is what it looks like. I did try it on my hand in the store, but because of C19, you can't try it on your face. So let's go ahead and wet this and then we're gonna give it a try. I really hate trying out foundation before I put on eyeshadow. But I know y'all want to see the whole look, so we're gonna have to do foundation first. Be right back. Before I put it on my face, I'm actually going to be 100% honest with you guys. So I washed it with soap and water and then I squeezed out the excess water in here so that it's damp. This feels totally different. It's definitely more lightweight, airy, and bouncy just to touch. So I'm wondering if it's gonna give something different. I was like, oh, it probably won't. Let's see. Does it lock it? Okay, so it's not coming out. Oh, that'd be great for travel. And then, is it gonna come out now? Okay, yeah, if you keep pumping, it comes out. Do a few pumps. So this is Liquid Whip Long Wear Foundation. I don't really like dewy by itself for the most part. I always mix matte and dewy foundation together. Oh, this is a good match. I can see that right off the bat. It's blending out really easy. The foundation, as far as the texture, it is pretty sticky. I'll say that. And this sponge is very, very lightweight. Looks like a little bit is going a long way on the foundation as well. So far, as you guys know, I don't have a filter on the camera, by the way. I try to remember to turn it off when I'm doing foundation. I do like a light filter, even though I have pretty good skin. I just feel like the quality looks better. But the filter is off for this video. But I feel like even though my skin is clear, it does have a tiny bit, I don't even know if I want to call it texture, maybe a little bit of texture, but you definitely can see my pores a little bit. I don't have any acne or anything like that, but and I feel like so far this foundation is not concealing that little bit of texture or pores that I have showing. But other than that, y'all, that is a good match. Here's the face to neck ratio. Pretty good. And so far, I've only put on a little bit. Okay, this weightless buildable whipped liquid can be layered from medium to maximum coverage to address both tone and texture. Never dull or greasy, skin gets that pro artist velveteen finish that looks picture perfect, IRL and on screen. Full coverage, velveteen finish, moisture boosting, hyaluronic acid, antioxidant rich, white birch extract. Hold bottle up at a 45-degree angle and dispense foundation into the reservoir to create a surface for mixing or pump directly onto your sponge or skin. Then use a damp beauty blender sponge to blend foundation, building coverage as desired. So those are the instructions and then what's in it. So that is what I read to you. So it's saying it's buildable and full coverage in velveteen finish. Yes. It says not greasy. I don't know if I agree with the not greasy part yet. It doesn't feel greasy and it's not giving me a greasy appearance. I do have moisturizer on my face already, but I try to go light with it to see how the foundation really works. And it really does look like skin to me. So that's one layer. Let's go on with a second one. So I'm just gonna pump it back out. That was about 2 pumps. I think I did 4 last time. I'm just gonna put it back and see if I add more, if it gives more coverage. This is really giving me that airbrush skin vibe. But I'm trying to see if it's adding more coverage. And if I didn't say, I started with no makeup on my face, just moisturizer. These are my real eyebrows, like I always say. Nothing on there. These are mine. Okay, so it is layering nicely. But I'm trying to see, because at this point it's 2 layers. Is that more coverage or is it just not caking up? All right, let's go in with a 3rd layer. I don't like a lot of foundation. Sometimes I'll accidentally put too much, but I like as least foundation as possible. All right, 3 layers should be enough. And I like how it's not making that line of demarcation that it normally does from my hairline. I'm actually blending this pretty close to my hairline and it's not like getting up in my hair. Because usually I'll stop a little bit of the ways down and then just add powder. I always do that. And I'm feeling like with this foundation, I do not need to do that. So yeah, it does offer more coverage with layers for sure. Put on 3 layers. 1 layer honestly is enough depending on what type of skin you have. I have pretty normal skin, no acne. I do have a few dark spots on the side of my cheeks, 1 on each side, but I I don't have any acne or bumps or anything like that. So it is 11:49 right now. Let's come back in 10 minutes. Or it just changed to 11:50. Let's come back in 10 minutes. And I am sitting under a lot of light and see if it starts to get liquidy or separate before I put any concealer or powder or anything with it. Because we want to see if it lives up to its claims. And if it's going to start getting greasy, it's going to do that right away. It doesn't take hours. All right, boo. So it is 12:11, which means it's been 21 minutes. Is it me, or does it look like it settled into the skin and took away some of that shine that it had, just a little? Yeah, for sure, settling into the skin. I think it's living up to its claims. I'll have to pin a comment to let you guys know how it holds up throughout the day. I'm not gonna do a wear test. Yeah, but the sponge is different, y'all. It's different. It's much more lightweight and fluffy and airy. Even before I wet it, this is dense. It's the density for me. I think that the original Beauty Blender, I mean, the originators, they knew what they were doing because it's different. And I was like, there's no way, but it is. So I'm giving this sponge so far a 10 out of 10. You guys know I always use my Real Technique sponge that I cut in half to blend out my under eye concealer, my forehead, and most of my face. So if it does it for my under eye, this is not the last y'all gonna see of this sponge. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a darker concealer because I want to brighten and conceal. So I'm just gonna mix two like I always do. And we're gonna see how the sponge blends out the concealer. Just gonna take the residue and put it on my eyelids, because I'm getting tired of looking at them with nothing on it. Y'all, that's a good blend. Let's blend out the edges of the concealer up here. And blend our eyelid down with the booty of the beauty. Why I didn't do this sooner, I don't know. Maybe because this costs $20 and the other sponge costs like $1 to $5, maybe $8. And normally the sponge by itself is $20, and I don't know what kind of sale they was having, but the whole little charcoal kit that I showed you guys a second ago with all the stuff, with the pouch, the little cleanser, and then the cleanser soap was still $20. So that's the deal to me. So let's do the rest of our face, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my final thoughts on the Beauty Blender sponge and the Beauty Blender foundation. Right now, I'm saying both are a 10, but let's put something on his face. I'm still show you guys me doing my face. I'm just not gonna talk because I'm just focusing on the sponge and the foundation today. Everything else will be popped up on the screen and listed in the description box. All right, boo, so we are all done. And I should have been tried the original Beauty Blender and the Beauty Blender foundation because it isn't new, but baby, but I'm in love, okay? It's a really, really good skin match, and the neck to face ratio is pretty good. I went ahead and put on my bronzer and everything that you saw. Also, I do my makeup routine in a totally different order, but when you guys are coming for the foundation, I want to focus on that. So if you want to know how I do my traditional makeup routine, watch other videos. I just kind of rushed and did it so that you guys can see what I did to make it go with the foundation. But 10 out of 10, I would recommend the sponge and the foundation. And I'll pin a comment if I feel like it doesn't live up to its claims, like about it showing texture and it getting oily or sticky or greasy, or all those things it claims to combat. I will let you guys know in a pinned comment. But like I said, usually if my skin is going to look shiny or greasy, it doesn't take all day to do that. It'll start doing it within the first 10 to 15 minutes. And I came back after 20 minutes to show you guys that it actually settled into my skin and looked less shiny. So get the foundation if you want to try it. Get the sponge if you want to try it. They have it's an okay shade range. It's an okay shade range, and it is something in there for the dark skin girls. Maybe they could do a little better, but it's dark skin friendly. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Keep up with Sheen Boo all the time. Don't forget about Instagram and Twitter too, at Sheena Sheen Boo.